Good to see you.
All right there, Revenants. Welcome back to Code Vein and the Road to 100, where today we're going to be continuing our Black Greatsword run, and we're going to be discussing through the, admittedly, the weakest variant that we have access to in our arsenal to run this category here, is the gifted version, and you'll notice that it has a 681 on the base, no scaling, and no real anything else. Very, very heavy here at 70 weight. And what we're going to try and do is attempt to make up for all the problems that it brings as a gifted weapon with Bridge to Glory and Ephemeral Refrain here, and Light Impulse. So anything we can do to raise our light value to continue getting a much higher damage value on the Black Greatsword, the better off we will be. So here currently we are at 1636, and that will be multiplied then by a 1.5 for Ephemeral Refrain, and then by a 1.3 when we get focused. So we will be at 3190 for our light value, and then if we multiply that by 75%, that brings us to 2393 for our value that we will be adding to our Black Greatsword number here. So we will be over 3,000, yeah, easily over 3,000 here. For the damage value. Now that is only for the weapon strikes. We will have significantly reduced value in our blood pillars. They will still do the same stagger value, but they won't do the same scaling value damage that they would normally do. It's about 50% of that damage is gone per pillar, so that is quite significant there. Now Swift Destruction will help here to increase this to a 30% increase from Hasten on our damage here, so we will be up in the 3,300 range or so of damage values. So that is very nice. But the nice thing is here that we can have is that we can offset our problems here by being invincible to these fellas, and we can just go for some attacks here, some backstabs and such. There's really no danger for us here in the City of the Falling Flame. However, the problem will come in just the fact that we need a huge amount of ichor recovery. We need a bunch of backstabs to make up for the all. Oh, you can almost make that jump to make up for the lack of other abilities that we have here. Oh, almost. That is almost possible. That's pretty cool, but that's almost the case. I didn't know if I could actually get there or not. It doesn't look like it too much, but that's okay. Oh, whoops. That guy's slapping us pretty hard. Let's go for this, and ice. Okay. And we still have a huge amount of damage here that we can put out on the enemy. It's just all due to the fact of Bridge to Glory and our light value. Really has nothing to do with anything else. Okay, and Monkey here just is gonna die altogether. So we'll go for a couple backstabs here because we need a whole bunch of ichor to run this category here. And then we'll go for a charge attack and show you we still have a bunch of damage. We just don't have the blood pillar amazingness that we would normally have when you run the Black Greatsword. So running this kind of version of it does pretty poorly here at max difficulty level 300. However, at max or at minimum difficulty, or whatever you want to call it, at 0 star with level 1 characters, this setup is absolutely bonkers broken because of the huge amounts of light value that you can get still at level 1, while at the same time being able to actually get all of that power, all of that stagger, and all of that really good damage out on the enemy kind of whenever you want. So you can still have some really good ability at level 1 and such. It just has to be used in such a way when you know when you're going for the things that you're supposed to be going for. Like here at max difficulty, going for this kind of a setup is not exactly advised. This is not the most ideal way to be going about this, obviously. But when you're on a level 1 run and you get the Black Greatsword and you go for something like this, it really, really, really takes your damage to, you know, huge other levels that you would never normally actually be able to get there. And pairing up with the stagger potential of the Black Greatsword itself, this kind of a weapon at level 1 is very, very, very good for you. So if you do have the chance to run this setup at level 1, and you're trying to go through a level 1 run with not too many restrictions, this is an incredible way to go about it. So keep that in mind if that's something that you are actually attempting to do, because going for it like this is pretty good. Oh, now we did want him to get focused there, so that was a bit of a mistake. So we'll see what he does here. Okay, well, he's just gonna die anyways. Not a problem, I guess. Sure. But when you have something like this at max difficulty and max level, because you're removing all of the damage from the blood pillars pretty much, and you're removing all of the scaling value on the weapon, which is tied in directly to your level value, this becomes a kind of a real big question of why would I ever use the gifted weapon. And this is why, is just in an area like this where it's kind of you need to be going for light value anyways for protection or all those kinds of things. Then sure, you know, if you're going for light value anyways, you might as well go for a Bridge to Glory, and you might as well go for some of these more obscure kind of setups and stuff, and so why not? But if you are going for like a regular run where you're actually trying to do, you know, really big damage and stuff, then I wouldn't recommend a gifted weapon at max level for your character, just because of the fact that you are missing out on various other ways that you can do really big damage as compared to what this is. So now that we are over with Bridge to Glory, it's good to just go for a bunch of backstabs to make sure that you are getting as getting as much potential on getting Icor back as possible. Where is this guy? Okay, couldn't see him there. Alright, and let's go for Eva now. That'll be good for this next area. And I'll show you here what our light value gets up to now. 2454, we're up to 2521, which is very good. Okay. Okay, now we are focused. So that is very good. And now let's look at our light value. 3191, we're up over 3000 here. So that's really good. Let's go ahead and get focused, or get this here. And this only lasts for, you know, just a few seconds here, 20 seconds. So it's not, you know, something that's really gonna carry us very far here. But the fact of the matter is that it, whoops, but it can help significantly during these kind of different scrapes that you get into, where you have that increased crazy amount of damage. And here we'll just go for some backstabs to get the core back and stuff, because it's going to cost us significantly here. Okay, and since we have Ephemeral Refrain going, we get that 50% increase in our drain value, so we might as well make use of the increase for backstabs here and stuff, so we can go for Ephemeral Refrain again. That was hectic. There you go. Okay, and Ephemeral Refrain is over. We'll get this going, and we will wait for a Flame Protection. Okay, and now we don't have our damage because of Bridge to Glory. So you know what that means, more backstabs, just to bring back that Icor, and that is where, you know, most of your time is spent here, right, is getting backstabs and stuff, and then you're not really doing the damage with your weapon, you're more doing it, you know, all with your blood veil and stuff, but that's fine. And we'll go for Eva again. Oops. Okay. That was weird. Alright. Let's go ahead and heal. We'll go for this, and we'll go for a drain. And we'll go for all the things here, I guess. Okay, good. You, come here. Okay, and we'll go for a backstab to start. And then we will get, elemental wall, and we'll go for a charge attack. And we'll go for another one, because why not? Fun. There we go. Oh, okay. And see, we are invincible to this fella. Let's go ahead and let him... Oh, I was gonna say let's let him get us focused here. Or not. Okay, I guess we'll just go ahead and kill him, and that'll be that. Okay, not a problem. Would have liked to have gotten focused there. Okay. Oops. There we're focused now. Okay. Get this and hasten. Alright. We can see the amount of damage increase there that we had. Almost one hit to kill that thing. And see, now we are pretty out of options here for Ichor and everything. Because we are kind of at the end of the level and stuff. And so now all we have to do is beat Emily down. But the cool thing is during the Emily fight, we can get focused in her fire trails really easily. And so that'll be something that we absolutely will, as she gets stronger in phase 2, we become stronger along with her in a pretty significant way, just because this is 30% increase to our light value, which means that when we're focused, we get 30% increase to our light value, which then that 30% translates into 75% of that gets transferred to here as a increase to our damage overall. So it works out really well when you're actually going for, you know, as much as you can on, you know, if you're trying to get damage, then that is like the way to go for it, is getting focused and everything. So being quick mobility here really does help as well. Okay, yep, and we do want to get focused if we can, but you can see here that it won't really matter what's going on, because we'll just be able to slap Emily, and even though we don't really have you know, an extreme amount of damage, we do have a pretty good amount of damage. Now let's go for Eva here. Okay, now maybe we will get focused here. Okay, good. Let's go for a charge attack. Okay, never mind. Okay, now she's gonna come and destroy us. Okay, there we go. Now we are focused here. And let's see here. Yep, we're right back up to that big damage. And you can see there, we got big damage there. Okay, we'll go for ice. Whoops. Oh, okay, let's go for the charge attack here. And one more charge attack. There we go. So, anyways, this is, even though this is, you know, the weakest version of it here, the Black Greatsword still doesn't disappoint in the amount of damage that you can bring out of it. The weird part about it is, though, right, that you're using Eva to kind of invoke those abilities, because otherwise, you know, it wouldn't be that amazing because of Ephemeral Refrain giving you that 50% increase to your light value overall. Now you could go for the Queenslayer on this setup as well for the gifted Black Greatsword, because it will increase your light value 50% as well from Final Journey, but it also increases your weapon physical damage as well. So it does kind of double duty here. Let's see. Make this a Dex and Mind, okay. And here we're at 1542. Let's make this a Mind and Vitality. 1567. Let's make this a Mind. 1616. and a mind. 1668. So that's I guess kind of close to what we were getting before. And if we go for final journey, you'll see here. Oops, you'll see here that we go up quite a bit here to 1191. But then we have 2502 here, and then if we grab up bridge, where is it? There we go. And now we're up to 3068 without Eva. So if we were to pair up with Eva here as well, you would see that you can get to a crazy level here. Let's see if I can get there before final journey kills me. Okay, and now we are at 4007 with a light value of 3754, and we could go up to 3905, which gets us to 4121. So you can go pretty high if you want to with some of these really crazy other levels of you know, nutso wacky attempts here, and you can go for some of these other things if you want to, if you want to just get light value here, and then you would be better off going for light impulse, and then maybe something like maintain focus or something so it stays on longer. So when you get focused, you have it for instead of 20 seconds, you have it for 34 seconds, so it's a big significant increase in your time. And then here, probably go for cognitive zeal. You wouldn't get this, you wouldn't need this, so I don't know, maybe hasten for that, because we're slow mobility, so that would get you to quick mobility with final journey, and maybe time crunch or ice or something like that. And something like this could actually take you pretty high, but 4121 is a pretty good ceiling there for running the gifted greatsword. So anyway, we'll see you guys tomorrow in the Crown of Sand.